This podcast is copyright Polk County Christian School, 2490 West Tower Drive, Bolivar, Missouri. Stop by our school to see what we are doing to provide a Christian education for students in our area. All rights reserved.
All right, folks, we're live. We're going to test some audio, make sure we got a good signal and everything's working well. So give me a minute while I run some tests here. All right, it looks like we are live. We do have audio, and we're going to turn on the scoreboard, make sure that that's working as intended. And we're on set one. We're going to test that real quick. All right. It's going to be a struggle for me to run the scoreboard, but I've got that back on my screen as part of my TV studio now. So we're going to try that. I'm used to having Coach Brian Gray run that on my behalf, which actually works out real well, but I kind of like this scoreboard a little better because I can do that whether there's Wi-Fi or not. So if we don't have Wi-Fi at a venue in the future, this scoreboard will still work, I believe. I haven't tested that at a venue without Wi-Fi yet. We'll try that, but I think it's going to work out for us.
Polk County Christian School glorifies God through excellence as a Christ-centered educational environment that emphasizes servant leadership with a biblical worldview. On behalf of the school board, teachers, and all who have invested time, effort, finances, and prayers, we appreciate the opportunity to have a part in establishing a foundation in the lives of our students through Christian education. PCCS athletes, spectators, and families strive to set a Christian example at all times.
And I think we're ready for the roster for the PCCS Knights.
Ariana Larimer, 13. My name is Destiny Larimer, and I'm number 21.
Natalie Presley, number 8.
Aaliyah Presley, number 9. Caitlin Sanders, number 19. Nora Everson, number 10. Hannah Hale, number 30. Whitney Ross, 16. Jason Gray, 16. Macy Phillips, 67. Ryan Good, number 22.
Coach Gray. Coach Gray.
And that's the roster. We have not thanked our volunteers And you might see across the way at the score table, we have Heather Hale, who is a parent, and Nancy Sandage, another parent, volunteering at the score table with the scoreboard that's in the venue because the scoreboard that they've had working is now broke, at least not working at the moment. So because of that, I'm not pointing a camera at the scoreboard and using it. I'm using a manual scoreboard that we're updating manually. I would point one at this scoreboard here, but we'll have players blocking the way regularly. And then we also have Coach Brian Gray and his son Landon Gray assisting. Landon is frequently, almost always, a line judge at these games, as well as the team manager for the volleyball team. And Brian Gray frequently runs the scoreboard in the Game Changer app for us and helps keep stats, as well as assisting Heather Hale and Nancy Sandage with stats. We absolutely appreciate all our volunteers at PCCS, no matter what type of volunteer service they're doing. And we appreciate all the other parents that help out in any way possible, running the Parent-Teacher Foundation or assisting, volunteering in different capacities, donating their time, effort, prayers, and so on.
On behalf of the school board, teachers, and all who have invested time, effort, finances, and prayer, we appreciate the opportunity to have a part in establishing a foundation in the lives of our students through Christian education.
And you'll see that my scoreboard reset to 4s all around. That's from the pool play. I'll have to fix that real quick. All right, I was trying to remove the serve icon because I don't know who gets the first serve yet, but I'll fix that when the serve shows up. Bear with me and have a little grace on this scoreboard. This is my first time using this scoreboard in a live game, and I haven't had much practice with it outside of a live game. I just built it the other day, and I built it out of necessity because I've experienced other scoreboards that don't work when we don't have Wi-Fi.
As a Christ-based learning facility, Polk County Christian School strives to be representative of the attributes that will glorify God and prepare your child for academic success. Come see us on Tower Drive in Bolivar to see how we can help your students. You are watching PCCS TV, promoting Christianity and compassion at school. We invite you to watch a replay of this game and all our past school events on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@PCCS.
Well, you can see the results, not the results, but the end of a game on the other court here at the Youth Activity Center in Carthage. A couple of teams just finished their match. And I recognize one team in the teal and blue is the Oakwood Academy Warhawks from the Aurora area. And I'm not sure who the red team is. And I believe that the Warhawks may be playing in a different division than we are. This is Division 4 action. I believe the red team is Legacy Academy. No, I think Legacy Academy is waiting to take the court over there. That's not the red team that's clearing. I'm going to pull up the bracket. Yeah, Oakwood Academy is Division 3. And I can't tell who that game was. Well, if I look at their bracket, I might be able to see that. Division 3 bracket says Oakwood was playing Rivers of Life at 3 o'clock. And so the winner advances to an 8 p.m. game on Court 1. The loser will advance to a 6 p.m. game on Court 1. That 6 p.m. game, from the loser of that game on the other court that just ended, will be playing Providence at 6 p.m. And the winner of that game will be playing Eagle Ridge at 8 p.m. Seeing Oakwood Academy playing in Division 3 gives me a little better feeling because we played them and kind of held our own a little bit against the Warhawks earlier this year. Played them 2 different occasions, and for our team to have held their own on a Division 3 game makes me feel a little better. I think that lends a little credence to our team. It doesn't mean that we're a shoo-in for anything by any means. Well, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how long we got to go till game time. We're 15 minutes before the scheduled start, but the team tournament officials had said the games may start 30 minutes early. I believe we're probably still waiting on TCCS to finish their warm-up period, which was supposed to be 4 minutes, and I'm sure they're getting the same amount we got. I just wasn't paying attention. So while we're waiting for the game to start, we'll go over some sponsors for PCCS and show some love and appreciation for our sponsors that help us to provide a Christian education. And those include KYOO AM/FM, Need More Vacations, Shell and Hammer Construction, Womack Monuments, Bill Roberts Chevrolet in Bolivar, Missouri, Edwards Jones, Mid-Missouri Bank, Shelter Insurance, Craig Lehman, agent, Stewart's Custom Designs, Wild Man Plumbing, Douglas Hahn and Heidemann, PC, Etch Salon, First Baptist Church, Hogan Farms, Motor Monkeys, LLC, Oakstar Bank. Oh, you'll see the team captains are assembling at the score table for a coin flip, figure out who gets first serve. Continuing on with the sponsors for PCCS, Oakstar Bank, Parton Real Estate, Pitts Chapel, Polk County Crop Services, State Farm Insurance, Bryant Chastain, agent, and State Farm Insurance, Gianna Andrews, agent. All Creatures Animal Clinic, Bank of Missouri, Bolivar Ready Mix, Creator Designs, Creator Delights, Garrettson's Trash Service, Hubbard Realty, and folks, just a quick word of thanks to all our sponsors. Whether we listed them right here based on past financial contributions during our annual fundraiser, our annual auction, which is every March, or other sponsors who may not have been listed there but have contributed in any way. We appreciate all the support that helps us to provide a Christian education for students in our area. All right, looks like They're done with a coin toss. I still don't know who's going to lead with the serve, but I have the ability to change that on my screen. Both teams are wearing dark colors, but the bracket makes me think that TCCS is the home team, and they're on that side of the court where the scoreboard refers to them as home. So I've got them that way on my scoreboard as well.
If you like this video, please be sure to click the thumbs up button directly below it. If you would like to see more video content from PCCS, consider clicking the subscribe button. And if you do subscribe, feel free to click the bell icon if you would like to be notified when we post new content or go live for a new event.
Well, the clock on the score table is now showing 3.5 minutes. So I believe we've still got a little bit of time left during our warm-up period.
Etch Salon is a proud sponsor of PCCS. Come see the friendly and helpful staff at Etch Salon, located at 919 East Broadway in Bolivar, for your beauty and wellness needs. From hair to pedicure and more, Etch Salon is there to bring out your true glamour. Etch offers color, cut, formal hair and makeup, facial waxing, pedicure, and deep tissue therapeutic massage. Licensed massage therapist Karen Cleveland is happy to schedule your deep tissue or therapeutic massage to help with all your aches and pains. All their staff are licensed in their area of specialty. Check out facebook.com/Etch Salon Bolivar or call Etch Salon at 417-777-0088 to schedule your next appointment.
All right. Speaking of commercials, the school administrators at Polk County Christian School have just indicated that they're going to contemplate selling commercials as a sponsorship. So if you have a business or would like to sponsor a game or part of a game, I think we're going to entertain that idea. I don't know that the staff has selected a price yet, but they're certainly willing to entertain donations or contributions for that, and that would go to assisting the sports teams with expenses like referees and other sports supplies, venue rental if we have to ever rent a gym or anything like that. And I believe that's about all they're wanting to cover at this point, so it would not be going towards the building fund, which is something I was trying to work towards eventually. I was hoping to maybe get this into a position to do something like that. But regardless, it all goes to help Polk County Christian School. So if you're interested in that, reach out to the office. Talk to Mrs. Burton or the athletic director, Chad Burton. Let them know that you're interested in doing something like that. All right. Scoreboard clock says 1 minute and 14 seconds left. I think we're getting close to game time. You're watching PCCS TV. So while we're waiting, this is the first round of bracket play for the PCCS Knights in the state championship bracket. And when this match is over, it will determine if we advance to the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket, and that will decide if we play in the loser's bracket at, I believe, 7 o'clock, or the winner's bracket at 9 o'clock. I'm going to double check on that and make sure. Either way, I expect to be here and live streaming both of those games. Switching back to the bracket for Division 4. And so, the winner of this game advances to the winner's bracket right here on this court at 9 p.m. The loser of this game advances to the loser's bracket at 7 p.m. And the winners or losers will be playing Lighthouse Christian Academy versus Legacy, which will be the next game on this court. So whoever wins the game immediately following us will play us either in the loser's bracket or in the winner's bracket, depending on the outcome of our game. All right, and there was a buzzer. I think we're down to a minute from gameplay. Both the refs are up. Looks like they may be getting ready to get set up. And the ref is moving toward the referee stand. So folks, I think it's game time. Again, you're watching TCCS Eagles on the left side of the net versus PCCS Knights on the right side of the net. Knights wearing their new jerseys, dark green with black lettering with a wonderful white outline. Really sharp looking jerseys. Eagles also wearing sharp looking jerseys. Green fading up into black with white numbering. Both easy to read. And the teams are meeting at the midcourt. Referees are checking the rotations for startup. Make sure that they line up with what they were given. And the serve goes to the Eagles. First serve. Number 24 on the serving line for the Eagles. 0 serving 0. Serve is up. And Knights are under it. Send it back across. And Caitlin Sandage with a wonderful dink across the net. And the Eagles send it back point for the Knights. 1 serving 0. Ariana Larimer to serve. And Eagles put it into the ceiling and can't recover from that, so now it's 2 serving 0. Serve is up. Eagles are under it. Second hit, third hit, back across. Caitlin over to Ariana. Ariana back to Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot. Eagles bring it back over to the Knights. Peyton over to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton dinking it across the net. And the Eagles setting up a play. They send it back over to Lenny. Lenny forward to Ariana. Ariana setting it for Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot to the second row into the ceiling. And a beautiful play by the Knights. Good effort of defense there by the Eagles. So it's now 3 serving 0. Serve is up. And the Eagles are under it. Straight back over to Lenny. Lenny forward to Ariana. Ariana back to Peyton. It was into the ceiling. Peyton gets it across, though. And the Eagles back over to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana dinking it across. Eagles back to the backcourt. Destiny grabs it over to Caitlin. Good teamwork. There was a whistle. Ref says 2 hits, I believe, on the Knights. So that's a point for the Eagles. Folks, I say this in just about every broadcast. I am not intimately familiar with the rules, the signals, or the game. So, whoa, that was a quick point for the Eagles there. It's like the Knights weren't quite ready for that. So I don't question the judge's calls. I just try and relay what the judge says if I can understand it. Serve is up. Eagles sending it back over to the Knights. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana up to Caitlin. Caitlin over to the Eagles. And the Eagles straight back to the Knights. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah to Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot. Eagles put it into the ceiling, but they recover. Back over to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana putting it up to Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot, and the Eagles send it out of bounds. Point for the Knights. Oh, ref says Caitlin hit the net, I believe, so I got to fix my scoreboard. Put the serve back on the Eagles and fix. All right, I think it's 3 serving 3. I got to fix my scoreboard. I'll do that in a minute. Eagles setting it across to Hannah. Hannah up to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot to the Eagles. Straight back to Destiny. Destiny bringing it forward to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton across and, in. So that's a point for the Knights. Let me fix the Eagles. So it was 3-3. Now it's 4-3 and Knights serve. 4-3 and the Knights serve. My scoreboard matches the one here in the venue. Hannah Hale at the serving line. Serve is up. The Eagles are under it. They send it back to Lenny. Lenny to Hannah. And great effort. All right, that's a point for the Eagles. And it's 4 serving 4. Eagles have number 20 on the serving line. Her serve is up and tipped by the Knights. Point for the Eagles. 5 serving 4. Serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin up to Ariana, setting it up for Lenny. Lenny with a kill shot to the far corner. It's across to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana setting it into the ceiling, and the Knights can't recover from that. We have that struggle every time we play in this gym, folks, and it's not just us. So that's a point for the Eagles. 6 serving 4, and their serve is up. It's over to Destiny. Destiny out the side court, and point for the Eagles. 7 serving 4 now. The Eagles serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin to the ceiling, and the Knights weren't ready. They were ready. They just got thrown off by the ceiling. Nothing they can do to fight that other than try and keep the ball a little bit lower, and that's a struggle. You're used to playing in bigger gyms. All right, Eagles number 20. Score is 8-4. Serve is back up, and Destiny straight across to the Eagles. Good play on that. Caitlin to Hannah. Ariana, last second. Oh, good effort. Good defense. The girls are aware and trying to keep on top of it. But that was a point for the Eagles. So it is now 9 serving 4. Folks, exciting volleyball here at the Missouri Christian School Athletic Association State Championships. All right, timeout. That timeout was on the Knights, and we're not tracking timeouts at this point. If I get some help running a scoreboard, we could probably add in some additional features. But right now, it's a one-man game right here, so we're just doing the bare minimum, tracking serves and score. And I feel like that's a struggle, but it's working okay. Number 20 on the serving line for the Eagles still. This seems to be a good vantage point. We could see most of the Eagles' court and all of the Knights' court. So I think we'll try and keep this vantage point for the next game. Knights are back on the court. 9 serving 4. Eagles. Serve is up. It's over to Destiny. Destiny brings it up to nobody. I'm not sure what happened there. I think the Knights thought the play was going to go a little differently and somebody was going to set it. Regardless, Destiny gets the next serve to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot, and the Eagles send it across and found a hole on our side of the court. And I was derelict on the score. It's now 10 serving 4. Oh, correction, 11 serving 4. Eagles still serve. Serve is up, and it's over to Hannah. Hannah to Lenny, and Lenny to Ariana. Boy, the Knights are going to have to get control of their emotions and make sure that they keep their head in the game and not let their frustration interfere with their play. Sometimes that happens for these girls. So the score is 12, serving 4, and the serve is up to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton to Sandage. Sandage over to the Eagles. Eagles setting it for a shot, and it's across to Destiny. Destiny forward to Ariana. Ariana with a set for Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot. It's across. Caitlin there for a beautiful, beautiful block. Folk, that is a highlight reel shot there, and we have marked it as such. That'll go on the year-end highlight reel for the Knights for the awards banquet. Caitlin Sandage moving back to serve, and the score is 5 serving 12. That's an error. It's into the net, so that's a point for the Eagles, and they get the serve. So it is now 13 serving 5. Number 32, I believe, at the serving line. That's correct. Serve is up to, well, I'm not sure if that was Hannah Hale or Sandage, but it's a point for the Eagles. 14 serving 5. Serve is up, and it's back just across the tape. Oh, kind of like hitting the ceiling. It hits the tape, and it changes the trajectory of the ball. Not trying to make an excuse, but it's hard to overcome that. You think the ball's going to come straight at you, and it doesn't because it's deflected a little bit. And another serve to Sandage. Sandage to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny across to the Eagles. And the Eagles back over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana to Destiny. Destiny back over to the Eagles. Eagles setting it up for a kill shot to Sandage. She keeps it out of the ceiling. Ariana setting it for Peyton. Peyton back to the back row of the Eagles. Eagles setting up another shot. They send it over to Hannah. Hannah up to Ariana. Ariana doing a set for Lenny, and it was a little too hard, and it's out. So it's a point for the Eagles. It's now 16 serving 5. Eagles serve is up, and it's over to Hannah. Hannah forward to Ariana. Ariana over to Peyton. Peyton back across to the Eagles, and they send it into the rafters and out of bounds. Point for the Knights, and Knights will take the serve. They're going to rotate, and Natalie Presley going to sub in for Destiny Larimer. Natalie moving up to the center of the front row, giving some height to that front row. Peyton Gray on the serving line for the Knights, number 15. 6 serving 16, and Peyton serves up. The Eagles put it into the ceiling. Just like for the Knights, it's hard to recover from that, so that's a point for the Knights. 7 serving 16. Serve is up. Peyton's got it to the back row, and the Eagles can't bring it back across. It was a good effort, but that's a point for the Knights. 8 serving 16. It's a great day for volleyball in Carthage, Missouri. Missouri State Christian School Athletic Association State Championships. Peyton Gray's serve is up. Eagles third hit brings it across to Caitlin. Caitlin to Peyton. Peyton over to Ariana. Ariana, into the net. Point for the Eagles, and they'll take the serve. Serve is 17, serving 8. Serve is up to Ariana, into the ceiling. Peyton recovers from that, gets it across to the Eagles. Great play by Peyton there. Peyton getting the pass back from the Eagles, over to Ariana, back to the Eagles, and now the Eagles sending it back to Sandage. Sandage to Natalie, and the teammates couldn't quite get to it. Point for the Eagles. 18 serving 8. And the Knights put that into the ceiling twice, so it's now 19 serving 8. And timeout. I missed who the timeout was on. I believe probably on the Knights. What an exciting game. I think it'd be a little more evenly matched for this set if we didn't have to deal with the ceiling. But, you know, both teams are having to deal with it. And we just got to deal with it better. Not trying to criticize either side. I've just seen these girls play better than this season. They're not playing horrible, but I've seen them play better. All right, the Knights are back on the court. The Eagles are back on the court. That's the end of the timeout. And Eagles serve. Number 15 serving for the Eagles. Eagles serve is up, and it's over to Hannah. Hannah back to the Eagles. They're setting it up across to Peyton. Peyton to Lenny. Lenny over to Ariana with a kill shot, but it's out of bounds. Point for the Eagles. It is 20, serving 8. And the Eagles serve is up to Ariana. Ariana putting it over to Peyton. Peyton setting it up for Natalie. Natalie across to the Eagles. The Eagles bringing it forward, sending it over to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana, setting it over to the Eagles. Second row of the Eagles bringing it forward, and they're setting it over to, Peyton, they're doing a dive across the net. Well, the ref blew a whistle and said the Eagles hit it twice. I didn't see it, not arguing it, folks. I just was looking elsewhere. So the Knights are going to take serve. It's 9 serving 20. Lenny Rust on the serving line for the Knights. Serve is up, and it's across to the Eagles. They send it straight back to Hannah. Hannah up to Ariana, setting it for Hannah. Hannah with a beautiful dink over to the Eagles. Gorgeous. That makes a highlight reel for the Knights. Love that set to Hannah, and Hannah just gently dinking it right across the net. Good for a point. It is 10, serving 20. Lenny Rust up for serve. Serve is up, and the Eagles, second row, brings it forward just across the net. Ariana with a beautiful set right across. Eagles setting up the play, and it is out. Point for the Knights. And it is suddenly 11, serving 20. Lenny's serve is up, and it's over. Eagles under it. Second hit brings it across to Lenny. Lenny to Hannah. Hannah trying to keep it in the air, but she was alone, so that's a point for the Eagles, and they take the serve. It's now 21 serving 11.
Get it back. Right here. Right here.
Eagles serve is up, but it's an error, so that's a point for the Knights. And it is 12, serving 21. Destiny Larimer subbing in for Natalie Presley. Destiny's going to move back to the serving line. She's number 21. Serve is up, and that's an error for the Knights. So the Eagles are going to take serve. 22, serving 12. And they've got number 24 moving back to the serving line for the Eagles. Serve is up, and it's over to Peyton. Peyton up to Ariana. Ariana with a beautiful set across the net, and the Eagles send it back to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah across to the Eagles. Eagles sending it back across into the middle of the court, and there was nobody there for it. These girls have got to talk more. 23 serving 12. Eagles serve. 24 on the serving line. Serve is up, and it's over to Caitlin. Caitlin to, I couldn't tell the second hit, but it was good enough for a point for the Knights. I missed who all was in on that. I know there was a second and a third hit, so Ariana's back on the serving line. 13, number 13, serving 13, serving 23. Ariana's serve is up. Eagles straight back to the Knights. Caitlin with two beautiful dinks straight. Wow! Holy smokes, folks. That is an MVP moment for the Lady Knights right there. 3 dinks across the net, one right after another. It is now 14, serving 23. Ariana's serve is up. And that's another point for the Knights. Oh my gosh, I am still reeling about Caitlin's play right there. That was, holy smokes, just gorgeous. All right, Ariana back on the serving line. Serve is up, and it's over to the Eagles, and they send it across. Peyton up to Ariana. Ariana back to Peyton for a kill shot to the back row of the Eagles, but they keep the ball in the air. Third hit brings it over. Caitlin on it to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton, back across to the Eagles, and the Eagles set it across to the midcourt. Ariana to Peyton, Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin, kill shot to the back. Lenny up to Ariana. Ariana setting it up for Caitlin again. Caitlin with that beautiful dink across. And the Eagles over to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana back to Caitlin. Caitlin gently across the net. And the Eagles over to Peyton. Peyton back to Caitlin. Caitlin trying that soft set again. Eagles doing their thing back. Oh, Caitlin there for another beautiful dink. And that's a point for the Knights. If these girls can keep this up, this will be a ball game. Ariana, 16 serving 23. Serve is in the air, and the Eagles power serve into the ceiling, but the Eagles bring it across. Well, it hit the ceiling before it came down to us, so that's out. Point for the Knights. We'll take it. 17 serving 23. Serve is up. Ariana to the Eagles, and it's out of bounds from the Eagles. Power serve. Timeout probably on the Eagles, I believe. It is currently 23 serving 18. The Knights have certainly gotten back into this game, folks. That's what I was talking about. If they come to play, they're here to play, and that's what they're doing right now. First half of this set. It wasn't like they were here and committed to the game, but they are at this point. We'll see if they can keep that up. Hopefully the timeout doesn't cool their jets. Either way, we are watching some fantastic volleyball at the Missouri Christian School Athletic Association State Championships. PCCS Knights trailing by 5 behind TCCS Eagles. Ariana Larimer on the serving line. Serve is up, and it's over to the Eagles. Wow, out the backcourt. Power serve to the Eagles, and they lost control, so it's 19 serving 23. This is the Knights' third appearance at the state championships. They're looking for a win. And another power serve from Ariana. The Eagles lost it in the second row. 20 serving 23. It's absolutely far from over, but this is looking a little more comfortable than it was. We're playing 2 out of 3, and this is set 1. All right, Ariana's serve is up. Second row into the ceiling, but they keep control over to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton with it. Oh, kill shot, but it was into the net. Eagles were there to block it just in case. Good defense on their part, so that's a point for the Eagles. They're going to take a point and the serve, and it is now 24 serving 20. Caitlin gets the serve to Ariana, and over to Caitlin. Back to Caitlin again. And, oh, Caitlin trying the dink, but it was just outside. Point for the Eagles. Match point, 24 serving 20. There's discussion. Oh, line judge called it in. Ref giving the point to the Knights. Hannah Hale's going to take the serve. And I got to fix my scoreboard. It's actually 21 serving 24. And that's a point for the Eagles. 25-21. Eagles on top for the first match. We're playing 2 out of 3. So we're going to the second match. And serve on this match should go to the Knights, I believe. Yes, it is. All right, folks, we'll be back in action shortly. Exciting volleyball. Absolutely exciting game tonight. watching a cameraman walk around. In the past, at these state championships, they've had professional cameramen at each men or women at each game taking high-res photos, and then they pass out business cards with a QR code on them where you can download the photos for free, and that's provided by the tournament directors. So hopefully that's what's going on. I haven't seen any of those business cards yet, but hopefully we'll get some of those. And if we do, you're welcome to go ahead and download those photos if you want, or you can just give it a little bit of time. I will get them all downloaded and put all the PCCS involved photos into one folder and share that with the whole team. But those photos are generally free. But that's been in the past under a different director. We've got new management for the tournament this year, and they're trying to work things out and, you know, figure out the ropes as they go. This is their first time doing it, and there's been some learning experiences, but all in all, it's going fairly well. All right, players are back on the court. This is match 2. The Knights are going to get the first serve. Ariana Larimer on the serving line for the Knights to start off match 2. Score is 0, serving 0. Looking at the other court in the venue, it's 23-22. All right, Ariana's serve is up, and the Eagles send it straight out of bounds. Point for the Knights. 1 serving 0. I can't tell who's playing on that other court. That's a different division. Ariana's second serve is up, and it's over to the Eagles, into the ceiling, and they couldn't control it, so that's another point for the Knights. That's what happens when it gets into the ceiling. We struggled with that the entire first match. So it's now 2 serving 0. Oops, and I hit the wrong score there. Eagles get it back across to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin with a power shot back into the backcourt. And that's good for a score. Hannah Hale. Sorry, getting the ball and passing it back to Ariana for the serve. 3 serving 0. Serve is up. It's back to the second row. And into the net. So that's an ace for Ariana. 4 serving 0. Serve is up, and that's an error. Good effort. Good run for Ariana there. Like to see that. So the Eagles get the serve and the point. So it's 1 serving 4. And number 24, I believe, on the serving line for the Eagles. Over to Destiny. Into the ceiling. Ariana recovering from that. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin to the back row for the Eagles. And they're setting up a shot. It's over to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin to Hannah. Hannah across to the Eagles. Eagles bringing it forward, and they set it over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana back to Caitlin. And it's over to the Eagles. Eagles back to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah across to the Eagles. Eagles back over to Peyton. Peyton up to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton across to the Eagles, and it's in. I couldn't see it, but the line judge says in. Point for the Knights, and the Knights take the serve. 5 serving 1. And so the Knights are going to rotate. Hannah Hale moving back to serve for the Knights. Serve is up. It's over to the Eagles, and they're under it, but it's into the net, and the Eagles couldn't recover from that. Point for the Knights. 6 serving 1. Hannah Hale still on the serving line. Her serve is up over to the Eagles, and they're under it, bringing it forward. They set it across to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin to the Knights. Knights back across to Hannah. Hannah to Caitlin. Caitlin to Lenny, and Lenny over to the Eagles. Eagles setting up a shot, and the Knights bring it back to Destiny. Destiny to Caitlin. Caitlin to Lenny. Lenny back to the Eagles. Eagles over to us. Hannah into the ceiling. Caitlin recovers from that. Ariana back to the Eagles. Eagles put it up, and they thought it was over the net, but it wasn't. 7 serving 1. If the Knights can keep their momentum and their wits about them, not let the game get in their head, they can do it. And they're showing that. Okay, Ariana to Caitlin, Caitlin to Peyton, Peyton across to the Eagles. Eagles put it out of bounds on our side of the net. So it's a point for the Knights. It's 8 serving 1. Peyton, Hannah serve is up. Eagles get under it, send it across in one hit. Hannah up to Ariana. Ariana over to Peyton. Peyton with a kill shot to the back row. Eagles save it and bring it back across to Destiny. Destiny bring it up to Ariana. Ariana over to Caitlin. Caitlin with a kill shot, and the Eagles straight back, and line judge says in. We'll agree with that. It was pretty close from my vantage, but I couldn't tell for sure, and I got to believe what he says. He's got a better view of it. Number 3 for the Eagles, and it is 2 serving 8. Serve is up. Hannah over to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny, oh, wow. A beautiful highlight reel set across the net for Lenny. 9 serving 2. Caitlin Sandage moving back to the serving line. Serve is up. And it's over. Hannah back to Ariana. Ariana to Destiny. Destiny across to the Eagles. Eagles setting up a play. They bring it over to, and it's out the backcourt. Good effort. That was Hannah to Caitlin, and off of Caitlin out the backcourt, and the Knights couldn't recover. 3 serving 9 on that. Eagles number 20 on the serving line. Serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin up to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny across. And the Eagles keep it in bounds. Over to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana to Destiny with a beautiful dink across the net. But the Eagles bring it back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Over to Peyton. Peyton back to the Eagles. Eagles setting it up. And they send it back to the backcourt. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton to Lenny. Lenny across to the Eagles. They're bringing it forward. Setting it over for another kill shot. Lenny was ready. Over to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton across to the Eagles. And it's out. Looked like the correct call to me. Eagles point. Eagles serve. 4 serving 9. Can't see who's serving for the Eagles, but their serve is up. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton back to the Eagles, and they put it into the net. Point for the Knights and serve. Peyton Gray moving back to the serving line. I believe it's 10 serving 4. It is. Natalie Presley moving in for Destiny Larimer, adding some height to the front row. Peyton on the serving line, and her serve is in the air, and it's up for the Eagles. And in. Oh my gosh, it looked like it was on the line. That's an ace for Peyton Gray. And so it is 11 serving 4. You see that smile on her face. She's excited about that. Serve is up into the back row for the Eagles. Eagles second hit over to the Knights. Destiny up to Ariana. Ariana straight across to the Eagles. And they're bringing it forward, setting it across gently to Natalie. Natalie to Ariana to Peyton. And it's across. Oh, and the Knights watched it hit the middle of the court there. Tough play. Good effort, though. So that's a point for the Eagles and the serve. And it is 5 serving 11. Eagles number 12 on the serving line. And that's an error, so it's a point for the Knights and the serve. And that's Lenny Rust moving back to the serving line for the Knights. 12 serving 5. All right, Lenny's serve is up. Eagles are under it, bringing it forward. It's across. Lenny forward to Peyton. Peyton to, Hannah trying to get it, and it's out. Point for the Eagles. 6 serving 12. Number 15 on the serving line for the Eagles. Serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin forward to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah into the back row, and it's out. Point for the Eagles. 7 serving 12. Serve is up, and that's to Hannah. Hannah forward to Ariana. Ariana over to Hannah again. And the Eagles keep it alive. Over to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Back to the Eagles again. Same thing. Peyton to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana across to the Eagles. And the Eagles bringing it back across to Hannah. And that's the point for the Eagles. It is 8 serving 12. Okay, Caitlin to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana across to the Eagles. Eagles setting it up, and they send it across to Hannah. Hannah up to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah back across to the Eagles. Eagles setting up a play. They bring it over to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana to Natalie. Natalie with a good play across. Eagles bringing it back to Peyton. Peyton forward to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah across to the Eagles again. And the Eagles back over to Peyton again. Peyton straightened across to the back row. And Ariana there for a beautiful block, but she was not needed. So it's now Knights serve and point. 13 serving 8. Destiny Larimer moving in for the Knights. She's going to serve from the near side of the serving line. Number 21 serving. Serve is up. Beautiful serve to the back row for the Eagles, and they can't recover from that. So that's a point for the Knights. 14 serving 8. Serve is up. It's over, and the Eagles, oh my gosh, send it out the backcourt. Destiny 2 in a row. That's another ace. I get distracted with updating the scoreboard, and I forget to give them the ace graphic credit on screen. And Destiny with another serve, and there's another ace for Destiny. That's 3 in a row, I believe. Boy, that's got to make her feel good. Look at that smile. You could tell she's smiling. All right, if she'll just keep her head in the game, we can do another one of those. 16 serving 8. That's another ace for Destiny. It's now 17 serving 8. The Eagles got the serve and sent it out the backcourt for the Knights. Destiny still on the serving line. Eagles are making a substitution. Serve is up. There we go. Another beautiful serve. Eagles are under that. Second hit brings it across to Peyton. Peyton to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Oh, no. That's a point for the Eagles. In fair play, that was a good play. Caitlin almost had it across the net, but that's a point and a serve to the Eagles, so it's now 9 serving 17. Still anybody's game at this point. 23 going to the serving line for the Eagles. Serve is up, and that's an error, so that's a point and serve for the Knights. Ariana Larimer moving back to the serving line for the Knights, 18 serving 9. Serve is up. Power serve to the Eagles, and that's an ace for Ariana. Mishap on my scoreboard there. The actual score is 19 serving 9, and I need to fix their score. Got it. Serve is up. And the Eagles are under it. They bring it back across to Lenny. Lenny into the ceiling, and point for the Eagles. 10 serving 19. Number 24 moving back to the serving line for the Eagles. And the serve is up, and Peyton trying really hard to get that. Honestly, I thought it was going to be out, but at the last minute I realized it was in, and she was doing the right thing. Just didn't quite get there in time. So it is 11 serving 19. Serve is up and into the net. That's a point for the Knights. And a rotate. 20 serving 11. Hannah Hale on the serving line. Her serve is up. Eagles are under it. And they set it up, and there it comes across to a hole on our side of the court. That's a point and a serve for the Eagles. It is 12 serving 20 now. The Eagles are going to rotate, and server number 3 to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin across to the Eagles. They save it. Bring it across to Lenny. Lenny to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Across to the Eagles. They keep it in the air, and they're setting up a play. It's across to Destiny. Destiny into the ceiling. Oh, that's a tough, tough play. 13 serving 20. Oh, timeout. Timeout on, I believe, on the Knights. Not sure. Either way. Exciting volleyball in Carthage, Missouri. This is the 4 o'clock game. First bracket play for the Knights. Happy to be here. Happy to live stream. It's a great day. Both teams are playing really, really well. And that's a recipe for great volleyball. All right, folks. Eagles, I don't know where Tigers came from. Eagles number 13 on the serving line as soon as the Knights are back from the timeout. And the Eagles are breaking the huddle. I don't know if that's what it's called in volleyball, but that's what I'm going to call it. All right. Serve is up. It's over to Lenny. Lenny to Ariana. Ariana back to Lenny. Kill shot to the back row, and the Eagles keep it alive. Send it over to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin to the back row. And the Eagles keep it alive. Send it over to Destiny. Destiny bringing it forward, keeping it out of the ceiling. And it got over to Lenny. Lenny sent it back to the Eagles. Eagles over to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton to Caitlin. Caitlin with a beautiful strategic play. Great aim on Caitlin Sandage's part. And she's going to take advantage of that and move back to the serving line. The score is 21, serving 13. Serve is up. Eagles put it into the ceiling, but they keep the ball in play. Over to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana to Destiny. Destiny with a power serve, but it's out. And I don't think the Eagles tipped it, so that's a point for the Eagles. And they'll take the serve. Oops, I hit the wrong button there apparently. So it's 14 serving 21. There we go. Eagles number 24 on the serve. Over to Hannah. Hannah up to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny, ooh. Wow, power serve. That's out. Point for the Eagles. 15 serving 21. These girls got to calm down. Make sure they stay calm. Number 20 on the serving line for the Eagles. Her serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana to Peyton. Peyton across. Nice hit. Eagles doing the same thing, but it's across to Destiny. Destiny there for Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin aware and gets it across to the Eagles. Eagles out the backcourt for the Knights. So it's a point for the Knights and the serve. 22 serving 15. Peyton Gray moving back to the serving line for the Knights. She is totally capable of finishing this here. But the Eagles are absolutely capable of taking control again. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana to Destiny. Destiny over to the Eagles. And it's out the side court. That's a point for the Knights. 23 serving 15. Serve is up. It's over to the Eagles. And point for the Knights. That's an ace for Peyton Gray. 24. This is match point. It's currently 1-0 as far as matches go, or sets. Sorry. And the Eagles send it out of bounds. Folks, that's a set. It is now 1-1. Tied up. We're going to a third set. TCCS Eagles versus PCCS Knights at the Missouri Christian School Athletic Association State Championship 2025 volleyball. Exciting day of volleyball here. All right, we're set to score the third set, and I have been derelict in keeping tally for who's in charge, who's got how many sets. Well, I don't think I've got my scoreboard set for that yet. That black column on the scoreboard between the first set and the serve arrow is supposed to be for who's won how many sets, and I haven't set that up yet, so I'll have to fix that at some point. I'll have to program some keyboard keys for that. All right, so it is currently 1-1. We're on set number 3 right now. And should be Eagles serve on this set, I believe. I think they took the first serve for the first set. Yep, looks like the volleyball is on their side of the scoreboard, so I think it's theirs. Yes, it is the Eagles' serve. 24 is their first server, and her serve is up, and it's over to the Knights. Lenny to Ariana, Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin, power hit to the backcourt, and that's a point for the Knights. Knights take the serve and the point. 1-0. Ariana Larimer back to the serving line for the Knights after the rotate. Serve is up, and line judge says out, so that's a point for the Eagles, and they'll take the serve right back. 1-1. Serve is up, and it's over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana over to Peyton, and the Eagles were there to block it, but I don't think it was quite across the net, so it is now 2-1. Eagles serve is up over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. And Caitlin with a power hit. Ref says point to the Knights. Apparently the Eagles were into the net. I didn't see it, but I'm not arguing it, folks. Like I've said, I'm not a professional. So I can't argue with what the ref says. I just go along with what I hear or what I see. Hannah Hale back on the serving line for the Knights. 2-2. Her serve is up. The Eagles are under it. They're setting up a play, and they're going to bring it into the net. Point for the Knights. 3-2. Hannah Hale. Serve is up, and it's back over to the Eagles. Eagles back to Hannah. Hannah up to Ariana. Ariana to Caitlin. Caitlin over back to the Eagles. Eagles to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana forward to Lenny. Lenny gently across to the Eagles, and they set it across, but it's out. Point for the Knights. Beautiful, beautiful play. You can see the excitement on the court there. Both sides are excited to be back in and on the court. That's an error, so that's going to be a point and a serve for the Eagles. 3-4. Eagles are going to rotate, and they've got number 20 back on the serving line. And they're going to sub out. 14's coming in on behalf of, can't tell who went out. Thank you, Angie. All right. Eagles serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin just across the net. And the Eagles send it back. Wow. Fast action there. Caitlin back over to the Eagles. Eagles keeping the ball alive. And that's a point for the Knights. Knights take the point and the serve. Caitlin Sandage moving back. Folks, that was some exciting volleyball there on that volley. The whole game's exciting, but that was almost as exciting as Caitlin doing that 3 sets right after the other on the previous match. Okay, that's an ace for Caitlin Sandage on that serve, so the score is 6, serving 3. Sandage back on the serving line. Serve is up. And power serve Another ace for Sandage. She's got that serve nailed in. She's dialed it in, folks. It has been so exciting to see the maturity on this team for all these girls, but she's one of the girls that has absolutely shown just incredible improvement in her play. She's always been good, but she's really dialing it in. 7 serving 3, serve is up, and the Eagles keep it alive. Third hit brings it into the net, a point for the Knights. 8 serving 3. Serve is up. Power serve, and it's out the backcourt off the Eagles. That's another ace for Sandage. I know you can't see it on camera here, but the spectators are doing a wave on Caitlin's behalf. It's good to see. Serve is up, and the Eagles send it straight back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana back to the Eagles, and they keep it alive and send it over to Hannah. Hannah up to Ariana up to Peyton. Peyton across. Oh, just outside. It was out, though, so that's a point and the serve for the Eagles. And score is 4 serving 9. Number 14 on the serving line for the Eagles. Her serve is up, and it's over to Peyton. Peyton in the air to Ariana. Ariana up to, Lenny with a beautiful effort there. But that's a point for the Eagles. I see what she was trying to do and almost had it. All right. 5 serving 9. Serve is up. It's over to Hannah. Hannah forward to, point for the Knights. That's what I thought it was, but I had to wait for the ref to confirm that. The Eagles set it right back across. Ariana was there to block it, but she saw that it was out of bounds and let it go out of bounds, so it is 10 serving 5. Peyton Gray moving to the serving line for the Knights. Serve is up, and that's an ace for Peyton Gray. So it is 11 serving 5. She lets out a smile as she's walking back to the serving line, but as soon as she gets there, it's all business. And the Eagles put it into the ceiling, but they keep it alive and thought it was over the net, but it wasn't quite. I get that. It looked like it was, but that's a point for the Knights, 12 serving 5. Serve is up. Peyton back to the Eagles. Eagles over to Hannah. Hannah up to Ariana. Ariana over to Lenny. Lenny back to the Eagles, and they bring it across to Peyton. Peyton forward to Ariana. Back to Lenny. Lenny cross court, and out. It looked like it was on the line, but the line judge is right on the line. He's got a better vantage point than we do. So that's a point and a serve for the Eagles. It is 6 serving 12. And they've got number 32 on the serving line. Looks like they just subbed in number 20. 21, I believe. Serve is up. It's over to Hannah. Hannah to Ariana. Ariana back across to the Eagles. Number 20, forward to 24. Over to 3. Over to the Knights. Peyton to Ariana to Destiny. Destiny to the back corner, but the Eagles keep the ball alive, and they bring it back across to Peyton. Peyton forward to Ariana. Over to Lenny. Lenny across to the Eagles. They bring it back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Peyton. Peyton to Destiny. Destiny to the backcourt, and it's out, and they did not tip it. So that's a point for the Eagles. And 7 serving 12. Serve is up. Caitlin takes the serve over to Ariana. Ariana to Lenny. Lenny across to the backcourt. Eagles bringing it forward. Setting it up for 14. Back across to Peyton. Peyton across to the Eagles. Back to Peyton. Peyton back to the Eagles. One-handed, but they keep it alive. Bring it over. Oh, no! The Knights. Obviously, we're not talking on that one. Point for the Eagles. 8 serving 12. Serve is up. It's over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana to Destiny. Destiny gently across. Eagles back to Caitlin. Caitlin to Ariana. Ariana to Hannah. Hannah back over to the Eagles. Back corner. Eagles keeping it alive. They're sending it across to Destiny. Destiny to Ariana. Back over to the Eagles. Oh, wow. Beautiful, beautiful placement for Destiny. And she's going to get a point for the Knights. 13 serving 12. She's also taken the serve. Lenny Rust going to move back to the serving line for the Knights. Number 16. 13 serving 8. Lenny's serve is up. Beautiful serve for the Knights. And Eagles bring it back across to Ariana. Ariana straight across. And that was, ref says that's a point for the Eagles, so they get the point and the serve. Hard for me to see where I'm at, but it's 9 serving 13. Natalie Presley taking the serve, giving it to Ariana. Ariana over to the Eagles. Eagles sending it back over to Natalie. Oh, no. She was there for the block, but a hair too late, and off to the side just a bit. Timeout on the Knights. When we come back from timeout, it'll be 10 serving 13. Eagles serve. What an exciting day. Polk County Christian School versus TCCS, Training Center Christian School. I'm not sure where TCCS is from, but I do have a program here. I will pop that open, see if I can figure that out real quick. I've seen them here before. They're out of Garden City, Missouri. I think they may be on our basketball schedule for this year. I'm not certain. Excited about starting the basketball season next month. November 21st will lead off the basketball season for the PCCS Knights. Our first showing at a tournament in not Riverside, it's Riverview Bible, I believe, down in Forsyth, Missouri. All right, teams are back out on the court. It is 10 serving 13. Eagles, number 21 on the serving line. Serve is up, and it's over to Hannah. Hannah over to Ariana. Ariana back to Natalie. Natalie across to the Eagles. Eagles bringing it out of bounds. Point for the Knights. And Destiny Larimer subbing in for Natalie Presley. Destiny going to the serving line. 14 serving 10. Serve is up. Good serve. And that's an ace for Destiny. Folks, I love to see that. She's having a good set here. 15 serving. Oh, and that was the third match. We go to 15. I forgot about that. So the Knights on top versus TCCS Eagles. What an exciting game that was. And folks, both sides of the net played great volleyball there. Oh my gosh. You are watching PCCS TV. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you back here at 9 o'clock for the winner's bracket, not the championship game. We just advance on the winner's side of the bracket to our next game. We'll see you back here on PCCS TV for the live broadcast right here at the Youth Activity Center, Carthage, Missouri, Court 2. Thank you for joining us. Have a blessed evening.
This podcast is copyright Polk County Christian School, 2490 West Tower Drive, Bolivar, Missouri. Stop by our school to see what we are doing to provide